If you have been paying attention to the news for the past couple of years, you would know that Puerto Rico has been going through the worst of its times. Hurricane Maria was a deadly Category 5 hurricane that devastated the northeastern Caribbean in September 2017, particularly in Dominica, St. Croix, and Puerto Rico. It is regarded as the worst natural disaster in recorded history to affect those islands. The hurricane ripped right down the center of the beautiful Caribbean island and destroyed everything that it could. The total monetary losses are estimated at upwards of $91.6 billion, and most of the damage was in Puerto Rico, ranking it as the third costliest tropical cyclone on record. Just about 3 years later, Puerto Rico experienced a 6.4 magnitude earthquake, which caused many buildings to fall down, and it caused another destruction and another reason to worry for all those that inhabit the beautiful island. Unfortunately, these tremors continued for quite some time without stopping every single day. Tremors in the southwestern part of the island. Many people were scared. Many people did not know if they should leave the island. Then came the pandemic. COVID-19 rushed through all the world, and this set back many of the recovery on the island. As we fast forward to 2022, another hurricane went right through the island. Hurricane Fiona hit Puerto Rico as a Category 1 storm. It brought lots of rain, flooding, and devastation along with it. Many trees fell, and many people lost electricity. The company that provides electricity to Puerto Rico, Luma Energy, announced that 97% of total customers have received their electricity days after Hurricane Fiona ravaged the island. However, many people believe that this is a total lie. Before the hurricane happened, there was plenty of outages on the island. And now, after the hurricane, we see that many people lost their electricity, and Luma continues to expose themselves as a horrible company. We go to the stories of people on the island. As you watch this documentary, you will go to my family's property in Guayanilla, Puerto Rico, and you will see some of the things that happened due to this hurricane. Today, I am here 2 weeks after another hurricane 5 years later. Hurricane Fiona came to do some damage to the same place that was hurricane ravaged by Maria. It's tough, it's hard, but we are here to check out the damages and what happened in this new challenge for the Puerto Rican people. Currently, I'm in Guayanilla, Puerto Rico, in my father's property, which is in southern Puerto Rico. Southern Puerto Rico was the area where Hurricane Fiona damaged the most. If you go to San Juan today, San Juan is completely okay. There's really nothing wrong. Maybe some power outages, but nothing serious. Here in South Puerto Rico, we do see a lot of trees that fell. This is a 2-acre property in the mountains of Guayanilla that my father really has pride in. It has 2 homes, and it has plenty of trees that produce great fruit like oranges and avocados. The avocados that come from this property are so good, and many other kinds of fruits. Obviously banana trees. We have palm trees for the coconuts. Here we have another tree that fell on the property. So we have quite some damages that we have to fix here. Currently, I'm here with my uncle who actually lives here in Puerto Rico, Reynaldo Pagan.
Hi.
Question, how was Hurricane Fiona here on the island?
Well, by this area here was pretty hard. It was pretty hard, you know. The wind, they were gusting up to 45 miles per hour, and a lot of damage.
So a lot of trees down.
A lot of trees down, electrical poles down. All my avocado trees they are down, fruit trees they're down, bananas, everything.
Now, would you say there was a lot of structural damage from what you've seen, or is just more like trees falling, electricity going out?
Yeah, basically it's more like trees, power lines down, but up to the houses, you know, I mean, not down here, maybe downtown, they were talking about like 12 people lost the roof of the house because they're wooden house, you know.
Yeah. So they didn't have a solid.
Exactly. The houses like that, you know, it has no damage. The only thing that can happen is water get inside through the windows. That's about it. Or a tree that can fall on top of it, like this one here.
Yeah.
But other than that, these houses are strong enough to support a storm like that, even bigger than that.
Now, what would you say? How do you feel about the company Luma Energy? We know that the electricity has been out even before the hurricane.
Yes.
So what do you think about them? Is it acceptable to have Luma as a electric provider?
Yeah, they had to cancel that contract, because right now the people that are basically rebuilding, you know, putting all the power back, are people from the United States. You know, they had to call a lot of people. I've seen about 700 workers from over there. So basically, they are not familiar with the system. They don't know how the system works.
Right.
So, I mean,
isn't it a disgrace that the power's like that 5 years after Hurricane Maria and all the money that was brought from the United States?
Exactly. You know, I mean, some of that money haven't been touched yet. They only use like a percentage of it.
Right.
And now, I guess they're gonna send us some more money, and you know how the politicians are.
Yep.
They're gonna give it to the contractor, and because they're friends or whatever, and
a lot of corruption.
And down the road, you know, all this service don't get much, you know.
Yeah.
And then another hurricane is gonna come, and we're gonna be facing the same situation. Is somebody has to step up and supervise the money that are coming over here.
Right.
And you know, they gotta make sure that the thing get done. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you for your words.
Anytime, my friend.
Yeah, policy in the ground.
I'll get with the other foreman who's doing it, because I'm not on that line, and I'll ask him what the status is.
All right. Okay.
Alright.
We don't see nobody working.
They call quebrada onda.
Quebrada Onda.
Quebrada onda. That's the...
Yeah, but it's right there. You know what
I'll
I'm
take
talking
a
about.
look at it, my friend.
All right, take care.
Thank you very
Have a
much.
great day.
As we look for more areas that were affected by Hurricane Fiona, we've come to a place where my mother grew up in, Media Quijada in Barinas, Yauco, Puerto Rico. And unbelievable, but here's really where the hurricane came in to the south of Puerto Rico. As you can see here, we see all these trees, all this vegetation, and if you just continue going, you will see even more trees. Check this out, the roots are basically hanging by a thread. The next big storm will 100% bring these trees down. Look at that. A lot of destruction here. Look at the roads. Pretty soon these roads are going to need to be redone, and it's just pretty unfortunate, pretty sad. Now, mind you, this area has also gone through the tremors, the big earthquake back in 2020. You know, it's just been things piling up on the people here, so it's pretty sad, it's unfortunate, but you know, these areas right here, this area should not have any homes, should not have anyone actually living here, because it always gets flooded. So it's pretty important to just make sure that we get the people out of here. Puerto Ricans have to construct better in these areas. So this is exactly why we're reporting these areas. They don't have electricity here either. You have the power lines, but without electricity. So it's tough for the people that live in this area. So we just saw a couple of trucks out here on my father's property, and they had a sticker that said contracted by Luma Energy, and Luma Energy obviously is the monopoly here in Puerto Rico when it comes to electricity. And the manager of the company that is contracted by Luma to help out this sector in Guayanilla just told us that his contract was canceled today. So he's not going to be able to continue helping out the people here in Guayanilla, which up here in this area, barely anyone, if not no one, has light, has electricity. So it's unfortunate that that Luma is contracting subcontractors, and they're not really doing the job themselves. And when they are doing the job and they're trying to help out the people, they just cancel the contract. So we'll see when electricity will come back to my father's property and these areas, but it's just unfortunate. And they also said that 97% of Puerto Rico has power, which it doesn't add up. It really doesn't add up. Currently, I am here in Guayanilla, Puerto Rico, Barrio Quebrada Onda. This is one of the main ways that you can get up to the Barrio Quebrada Onda area, and this is a place that's near and dear to my heart, because every time I would come to Puerto Rico, my father would bring me and my family. We would actually swim in this river and have fun time as children. But now, as you can see, this bridge is completely destroyed. Look how it cracked. And And what used to be a straight bridge, now it's a bridge that is completely destroyed. This happened during Hurricane Maria. 5 years later, we are still looking at this the same way. And with another hurricane coming in, Hurricane Fiona, things just don't get better. The money was given to Puerto Rico and the government to come and fix this place. Here in this very bridge, we had Jennifer Gonzalez, the resident commissioner, stand on this bridge and see the destruction that happened, and said that she would help out. She would make sure that this bridge would be rebuilt. 5 years later, we're still waiting for her response. Remember when you used to bring us here?
Oh yeah, it was very small. We used to swim in this area over here. But now this place is completely destroyed.
Yep. Even though we have such destruction here from both sides, we still find people to come and enjoy the shallow waters of this river. When everything was better situated, we used to go in these little tunnels and the water would rush down and just throw us, so it was kind of like a natural water slide. Oh, look at this place. Very sad. Puerto Rico, you have to do better. You can do better. Yo sueño con un Puerto Rico mejor.